Sorry, my mistake. We're back, guys. We're here. We're live. We're trying to eat, man. Don't worry. We will address the fridge. We'll address the fridge. The fridge will be addressed. So, guys, we're going to talk about a fridge, all fridges and so forth. Our big main topic is, of course, Casemiro to Man United. How they pulled it off, we don't know. And we're gonna be fair. We're going to be fair and objective with United's amazing ploy of getting your boy Casemiro. We're also then going to talk about Aubameyang to Chelsea, a move that has to be made. I'm so glad that Eric is here to try and give me support to open that piece. And then we're going to now be talking about and addressing the Cristiano Ronaldo latest as to what he's going to do. So let's see what's popping on our plans. So we just what you call it, boy Rick B, aka Eric Romano, aka the man behind all the latest transfer news and the guy who speaks fluent treble and fluent CL. We got your boy from Helsinki holding it down for everyone in Finland, and many people say he could be Finland's next and youngest president very, very soon. What on the streets, bro? And the guy that is leading Somalian man, Somalia's great hope, Somalia's long son, a man who brings together everything united, and he still believes Rashford is going to win a Ballon d'Or in the next few years. God bless his soul, man. God bless his soul. So, guys, as I say again, guys, please like the vid, subscribe if you're new, enjoy yourselves, have a drink, have a meal, and let us entertain you, man. So I shout to the YouTube fam, shout out to the Twitch fam as well, shout out to all of the members up in that piece. I can see your boy Talent FC, F2 Junior up in that piece as well, and all the Samasi saying what's up as well. Shout out to all of you guys out there. So remember, if you want to add to the show, feel free to send it in super chats. We call them dubs up in this piece, and these dubs help us to take this show to the new freaking level. That's what we'll be trying to do. So let me just reduce my volume because I'm going to shout a little bit right now. So let me just make sure I don't go crazy. So, all right. Let me just make sure that my levels are a bit low. Coolio. I'd already made the show. The show was already done. Casemiro, Aubameyang, Cristiano. Casemiro, Aubameyang thing. And then you know what? Because you know every single time I'm just on Twitter, and what I always do, I always go to Fab, just okay, are there any little tidbits that I can get for the show and so forth? Then I get a DM. And I get a DM from YUFC. And in the DM it says, no, it's not even a DM. It's linked to a United account that says Chelsea are interested in a fridge from England. Then I replied to Yasser that, oh, fake news. Okay, this is just some bummers thing. Then I go into the timeline and Maguire is trending. Then I go to Absolute Chelsea, which I go for my news, and these clowns have that audacity to tweet out, Chelsea fans, Maguire to Chelsea, thoughts. I hope they delete that tweet right now because that is a clown's tweet. Then everybody's United accounts, thingy accounts, and so forth. The only saving grace is this hasn't been taken by Fabrizio Romano. So that's the only thing that's what I'm clicking on. So not be taken by Fabrizio. So because I want Eric to talk about it, but before I talk about this, let me just make things very, very clear so people are not confused. There is no chance in hell Maguire is coming anywhere near that freaking bridge. Let me be very clear right now, because don't get it twisted. People said, "Oh, he's great in the back three. He could be really good in the back three." No,
exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's why.
Harry Blancos, mute your mic. Blancos, mute your mic right now. Harry Maguire is not going to come anywhere near this freaking bridge. I can deal with the Wesley Fofana. I don't agree with it. I can deal with that. I wanted to screen here, but he's not going to sign a contract extension with Inter Milan. We flopped there. But Chelsea cannot go anywhere near that claims, because not only is he crap, not only is he a Class A brick, we are literally getting United's worst player. Sterling, he faded away. Sterling is not City's worst player. He was just fading away. Maguire is United's worst player. This is a guy who Ten Hag has realized that, oh, it was a mistake to let him keep the captain's armband. We're now hearing he's now going to be dropped against Liverpool. So you're now giving us your worst freaking garbage? No chance in hell. That is
who balled in a Euro semi-final.
Let me be very clear again, and I'm going to give this to your boy Rick B. Under no circumstance can Harry Maguire flush the bridge.
John Terry.
Yes, can you mute your mic?
He's the next John Terry.
Under no circumstance can Maguire come anywhere near or even think about coming near the bridge. It is not happening. So I'm not even going to entertain this crap, because this is going to be a very brief topic and we're going to move on. So just be very clear right now. Harry Maguire is not coming anywhere near my freaking club. That is not happening on my watch. Eric, take it away.
Oh, okay. So it's your club now. It wasn't your club before. It's your club.
It keeps changing, Eric. It keeps changing.
Okay, yeah.
It keeps changing.
Look, Maguire isn't coming to Chelsea. I'm way too invested in the future of this club. I'm way too invested in the navigating this difficult takeover, transition, and the new era. The new era has started. So this is a very delicate time, and we can't afford to make many, if any, bad signings. The signings have to be spot on, 100%. So far, so good. Fantastic so far. So there's no way. I mean, Maguire might be the worst player we've been linked to so far.
Yes,
it's actually crazy. So
yes,
there's no way. There's no way Maguire is. I am personally invested in making sure Maguire doesn't show up. If
Eric is not coming anywhere in his club. Eric is not coming anywhere in his club.
It's in his best interest. It's in his best. I'm not saying anything. Don't no one clip this board. It is in Maguire's best interest not to even be anywhere near.
But you know what? I think the reaction has been so negative, and it has been so much of a rejection. I think Todd Bowley and Thingy, seeing how negative the reaction will be, they'll think, okay, this is a mistake. Because nobody can back this up.
Whoa.
Sorry, Eric is still speaking fluency.
Yeah,
Eric,
so,
please continue speaking fluency.
It's not going to happen. It's impossible. I don't even think. I don't know why. This seems very suspicious to me. This might be some fake news. I'm not sure what's going on here.
For me, I still think it's just that I just have to report it because it's just what was trending. But for me, Eric, I just think it's BS. It's BS.
Eric, I know I'm disrupting, but would you have thought, like, say, even less than 3 hours ago, that Casemiro would have gone to Manchester United?
But Casemiro, believe it or not, makes a lot more sense than
it does.
Maguire.
It does.
You know?
No. How?
The nature of the
Explain that.
signing. The nature of the signing, though, like it just coming out of nowhere.
Okay.
It was unexpected. So
We're talking about
it would be an unexpected signing. I'm not trolling here. I'm just saying that, like, this potentially being
Los Blancos. We're talking about captain of Manchester United. We're talking about English best centre back.
I don't think Eric has actually finished talking. Eric, have you finished talking?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you shut your mouth. Eric, please continue.
I mean, Yassi was actually adding to my point. I mean, Nine Hag already said he wants this guy. He's going to spearhead the new era at United under Ten Hag, and he's the club captain. So it makes no sense. For me, it's fake news. Why would they want to?
I mean, but do you again? This is just means that I've just seen floats around social media. Do you believe in the news that he's going to be dropped for the Monday game?
Why is he going to be
Against-
dropped? He's not
The
gonna be
news
dropped.
is saying
He's
that
not gonna be
like
dropped.
he's been so bad, and I think Ten Hag viewed him as one of the worst guys against Brentford. That he's one of the guys that's going to get dropped on Monday against.
I don't
Liverpool.
believe it. I don't believe it. Ten Hag needs to be smart here. He doesn't need to make some funny decisions.
Yeah, it's like
Maguire is
and also Eric Maguire. He'll come good for United. I think Maguire is still a very very good important player for Man
Maguire
United.
is, on a serious note, Maguire is actually a very important player for United. Not because of how good he
100%.
is, but
But imagine if you take it from us, such an important player, our captain, one of our best players. Isn't
Yeah.
that a coup? Isn't that a coup from Chelsea?
nobody said he's one of your best players. Nobody said he's one of your best players, but if we take him, that would be an L for United, but it would be a bigger L for Chelsea because we're trying to help you sort out your problems, right? So
Come on, come on. You want
Has
us
anyone
to you want to
actually
give us
read-
this L though.
Is
No,
anyone
Los
actually read
Blancos.
the Daily Mail article? Did you read
No.
it's the twiddlings? It's in the Daily Mail article. What it says in the context of it is most of it is plucked. That's why I don't think it's real. But the point where it was triggered was that the whole thing is tied towards Christian Pulisic. So
Yeah,
the way
I
I
just
think I
saw
see it is that like if United, for example, don't get Anthony, because it's clear Ten Hag wants another winger. So if you of some sort, there are many options. If United don't get Anthony, for example, and they're looking at alternatives to for that winning position, Christian Pulisic is potentially one of those options. And so I think Maguire comes into the fact that like if Chelsea obviously need to sign a centre back, that potentially Maguire might be in a negotiation for getting Christian Pulisic.
No, but Blancos for Fofana has already been signed. Fofana, that's is what Chelsea are looking for. Maguire doesn't come into this whole situation. But hold up, Eric, because I just saw that Daily Mail article now. Would you be bothered in seeing Pulisic go to United?
No, on the surface, no, because he's not exactly set the world alight at Chelsea. He had that one good season, which is ironically under Lampard.
So basically, you don't think him going to United would be him strengthening United?
Because United wouldn't get the best out of him, in my opinion. And obviously, they won't do better with him than Chelsea are doing with him right now. So I think the most important reason why he needs to stay is for depth. But if he goes to United, I'm not worried. If he goes to a team like Liverpool, then I might be concerned because Klopp can possibly get the best out of him and improve him.
Okay. So Mikey, talk to me, bro. So do you really buy this Maguire crap? Talk to me, really speaking. Do you really buy this crap?
I feel like I'm a referee, and it's a 2-on-2 WWE match. We got the Chelsea side and we got the Manchester United side, and I'm just here in the middle. Like, it's pretty funny. This is fake news. If Todd Bowley, after doing some good signings and being linked to Fofana and Aubameyang, signs the fridge, aka Harry Maguire, aka still needs to go to jail in Greece.
Yes.
I don't know what Todd Bowley's thinking then. I really don't. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What is he going to do? Just sit on the bench? Just to keep the bench cool? Is that the idea here with the fridge? I don't really see what...
Okay, so I don't want to do this, but I have to try to be professional. This is why I hate this part of the job, because I prefer being a fan than trying to be professional. So that's not me being professional. So this is me under duress. An argument is he can't play back four and so forth, but under a back three under Southgate, he does look solid. So do you think that Tuchel, in a very weird, sick way, believes that Maguire in his back three will actually be good for his defense?
Maybe he sees him as the long-term replacement for Thiago Silva, because Thiago Silva is getting old and he probably has, let's say, 1 to 2 good seasons left in him, shall we say, at the top level. And then Harry Maguire can be the long-term replacement as the central center back. And then you have Fofana on right side, Koulibaly on the left side. That's the only reason why I would say, okay, Thomas Tuchel, make this signing. But Thomas Tuchel, if you make this signing, you're definitely a fraud to watch.
You might be onto something, bro.
Yes, what do you say?
Listen,
Yes, what do you say?
Cut rate price. You know how there's an English tax out there, right? Signing an English player in this market, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. You take the best, pristine English international, one of the best, probably the best English center back right now. It is right now at a cut rate price. The captain of one of the biggest clubs in all of England. Come on, HH. At a cut rate price. HH, you'll be fooled.
Yes,
not to take
no.
it.
Yes, no. No, and finally no.
HH,
Because yes, you're trying to sell us United's worst player. You're trying to sell us
I'll
a class A
cry.
brick. Yes, do you think I'm stupid?
No, HH,
Do you
I'll
think
cry.
I'm dumb enough to buy
HH, I have tears
United's
in my
worst player?
eyes.
Yes,
I have tears
think
in my
about it.
eyes.
No. Yes, think
This
about
is a
it.
horror story.
You want
This is my
Chelsea
captain.
so Chelsea, you want Chelsea to buy the 20th placed team's worst player.
HH,
Yes, are you on drugs?
he's my captain. Okay, he is. Listen. I'll go on Twitter. This is arguably one of our best players. He's arguably our best center back. He is our captain. He never gets dropped. And guess what? He will always be available. He will never get injured. He's a warrior. He will fight for you, go through big walls for you. HH, not only that, HH, I'll talk to someone to Chelsea fans. You know what they're saying? Next John Terry. Next John Terry. Next John Terry.
Were those Chelsea fans
saying.
under the influence when you
That's
spoke
what they're
to them?
saying. A lot of the proper Chelsea fans, they say, next John Terry.
Yeah, I know Rory
Next John
Jennings likes him, maybe.
Hey. Listen, HH, who am I to deny Chelsea fans the opportunity to potentially sign the next John Terry? John Terry.
No, okay, but how
HH.
excited about Pulisic? Do you think Pulisic is the kind of player that you want? Or he's not really hit the stars and lights for Chelsea, bro. He's not really been that good. He had like maybe 2 good months and that's it.
HH, if I'm being objective about Pulisic, and then I've actually called him other names and all that stuff, and I am 50. The guy is not a bad footballer. He has the talent. He looks very good, but the only problem I've ever had with him was like he was injury prone. I remember there was a game where he out of nowhere he just got injured during the warm up. Like, bro, what were you doing in the warm up? Like, the guy was ready to play, and next you know he pulled
Yes,
out.
he's your fellow American brother. So
But then it's like if Pulisic was fit, HH, then I have no problem actually taking a risk on him because I can see the talent is there. He's actually is not a bad footballer. But the problem is, it's like he's like a 50-50 player. Like the time that he's available, you expected him to perform well. But
so
then
basically, would you or would you not take him? So basically, you're not excited to have him.
HH, if I'm doing a Maguire for Pulisic swap, I will do it tomorrow. Honestly, I will do
An
it.
experiment to expert that day. But
Hey,
Blancos,
yeah.
talk to me, bro. Come on, this Maguire thing is BS. Please give us some balance in this whole thing. Maguire, it's BS.
Let me try and see like how this could potentially logically work in the scheme of transfer, because it's obviously this transfer window. We're now getting into just under like 2 weeks left. So I do think it's going to get a bit mad, and there are going to be some more interesting signings. So, like I kind of said when I was talking to Eric, clearly Manchester United wants another winger. That is a fact. That's an established fact. They want a winger and a forward, and ideally it would be Anthony. Now, Ajax are wanting stupid money for it. I'm not entirely sure whether United are going to go and bid this 100 million crazy sort of money. I don't know. So, of course, United naturally want to have alternatives for that place. So, Christian Pulisic, GX, I cover you, but certainly Pulisic has been seen as one of the alternatives on the Manchester United's list. Now, clearly, Chelsea wants like a centre-back of some sort. And there's no guarantee necessarily, because Leicester aren't going to negotiate with Chelsea. Like, they don't negotiate.
I mean, Leicester, those guys are gangsters. 80
mil. 80, 85, that's it. If you're not paying, we're not selling. That's just how Leicester roll now. So there's not necessarily any guarantee per se that Fofana is a sure signing towards Chelsea, even though they agreed personal terms. Because that was the same thing with Maguire, etc. Agreed personal terms ages ago. But then they were like, no, we're not going to sell him unless you give us the money, the full 80 million. It's just not happening.
I slightly disagree. Sorry to cut you. Slightly disagree, just only because I think if the player pushes, we may get that money down. Because I remember Chilwell, when we were trying to get Chilwell, people were saying like 70 million, 80 million, and in the end we got him for like 50. So I think if Fofana really pushes to try and move, I think we will reduce it.
So the money is going to go. I think if Fofana, if he makes it clear that, first of all, Rodgers has already said that his performances have been affected by being played. He's now going to be taken out of the squad against Southampton. So it's already affecting him. So it's pushing, and it's maybe in the best interest that, bro, come and find a compromise.
The only thing I think with Chilwell was this. I mean, I guess we are still in the transfer window, but like I'm fairly sure that they had at least planned on signing like a replacement coming in.
Yep.
So it wasn't as bad. So if I hear the next week or so that Leicester are getting in a replacement, something like that, then okay, yeah, I concede that point. But if that isn't the case, I'd be very, very skeptical that, let's say, a few days before the transfer window, that Leicester, without a replacement, would be like, yeah, we'll sell him for like 50, 40 something million.
Riyad Mahrez, remember Riyad Mahrez? He was supposed to go to Chelsea, like literally.
Like, they wouldn't thing. So all I'm just sort of saying is that like Leicester aren't going to be easy to deal with. We can at least sort of agree about this.
But seriously, not. I'm personally speaking. Do you honestly see this deal going through of Maguire?
Yeah,
Chelsea.
That's my point. So my point is that like if the Fofana thing doesn't work out, and we now have a situation where Manchester United, their deal with Ante hasn't worked out, Chelsea with Fofana hasn't worked out. We're coming into the last few days of the transfer window, and Chelsea desperately need a centre back to strengthen their squad, and Manchester United definitely need a winger to strengthen their squad. It's not within the realms of reason to say, hey, let's just do a swap deal, a few million each way, and then that's it. That's not potentially within the realms of. That's not completely. Chelsea don't have to necessarily pay a fee, or maybe even a loan. They don't necessarily have to pay a fee, or maybe United pay a few extra.
So okay, so you're saying that Leicester City could really screw us.
Yeah, as Ajax
really badly,
bro. They're thugs. It's like
it's a combination of Leicester City and Ajax screwing both teams. And we're coming to the last end of the window, a couple of days.
Actually, we don't know. No. You know, Leicester can be brought up on charges because they fleeced United with Maguire for 80 mil. Now, because of them, they're not going to now force us to now take their Maguire.
But you don't deal with Leicester, though. They're like that's the lesson that people need to learn. Like you don't deal with Leicester. The Leicester City, like because also look at Fofana. The problem is the player you went after. The player you went after are actually wanted by a lot of football clubs. You think next summer Real Madrid is not going to look for a center back or whatever?
What other centre backs are Chelsea? If you don't get him, let's say, because Chelsea be hard, but what are our backups? Like if United say, listen, you can take Maguire on loan, or maybe we'll have a swap deal. Do you think even Ted Bowley or Tuchel will be like, no, we're not having that? If we're talking of the last few days of the season and you're not using Pulisic. That's not completely impossible, bro.
Yeah,
unknown, maybe unknown.
But also,
exactly, it's not completely impossible.
But just to add to that,
but see, this is why, and I said this months ago before he accepted the new contracts. I said this months ago, Skriniar is the dude. When PSG were trying to put in a bid for Skriniar, I said, Chelsea, why aren't you coming in trying to put a bid in for Skriniar? You wasted time, and now ends up like, all right, we don't want to sell. Why weren't you trying to get Skriniar?
Do you remember?
They won't sell him anymore either.
We dealt with Arsenal. I think wasn't it Mkhitaryan went one way to Arsenal, and I know it was a buy.
Alexis Sanchez, yeah.
I know that we spent the money, but like it's not impossible for that situation to happen where a few million either way,
but then
a loan deal or something, and
also
let me bring in Vader because we need to talk about that. So Vader, man, this mad news of this fridge called Maguire coming to Chelsea, and Chelsea potentially interested in getting Maguire in a swap deal with Pulisic. Do you honestly see me having a mental breakdown with the announcement on Twitter saying welcome to Chelsea and Maguire in a Chelsea jersey? Do you see that nightmare happening and becoming a reality?
You have to be very careful with who you follow on your timeline. What your social diet needs to be good because what you intake affects you. So I am worried about your mental health. I'm worried about your well-being if those rumors are true. I believe we're in a WhatsApp chat. Put the notifications on because I will be reaching out to you if it is confirmed. I'm really concerned. This Maguire deal, it's not good, man. It's not good. I don't care what the positives are. Pulisic, him leaving to gain Maguire? No. Eric, I trust you with the information that you're able to get. Please don't let this happen. Don't let this happen.
Don't worry. I won't let it. It won't happen, man. It won't happen.
Okay.
Really go back to this at the end of the
When Eric says something, it's set.
Actually, hold up, Eric. Maybe you shouldn't be so sure.
No. If
Eric,
if it happens,
Eric, maybe you should say that you're undecided. So it
no,
doesn't
hold on.
really.
If it happens, I will be personally invested in rectifying the situation.
Are you going to go to the club, Eric? You're going to go to the club?
No,
Eric?
I won't say what will happen. I won't tell you the details.
No, that's scary. He said that in a straight face too.
Yeah, he did.
Yo, Eric's my guy. I'm not happy about this news. I only heard of it the first time, and I would have joined sooner, but I'm taking night classes. I'm learning UCLEs, so I'm getting fluent UCL.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm taking some night classes, and I'm getting prepared for the upcoming
If
season.
you need a tutor,
Yeah, we got you, Vader.
no,
Don't worry.
we're not taking, we're not
Right here.
taking Maguire, bro. We're not taking Maggie. Maggie stays at the freaking Trafford, man.
But guys,
Get outta here.
also, can I say one thing quickly? I feel like sometimes there's players out there that
No, wait, sorry. Yes, hold up. See, okay, I will come on to yes, but see, I need Tuchel and Toboli just to look at social media and so forth. Do you know what it means? You know, when you're trying to buy someone, people are saying, please take him, sell him. If people are happy and are celebrating you trying to buy a dude, that is not a good indicator. Eric,
Eric,
this can't happen.
But H is also, I feel like we also need to understand one thing. There's a fan base world that we live in, and this is like the professional world that the players live in. I don't know what is the professional opinions of players, managers, etc. of Maguire really is. I feel like I don't know if they respect this guy. They think he's a good player because the thing is like we're fans. We rate and hate players all the time. Like for example, like Granit Xhaka. It seems like Granit Xhaka is respected a lot in the Football One as a professional. People like Granit Xhaka. They think he's a good player. Talk to Arsenal fans. They want to sell him any chance they get. They want to improve on him. So I don't know if Harry Maguire falls into that category where in the professional realm people look at him as a very good center back. Because like let's not kid ourselves. And Vater probably is gonna jump in here, but Man City was actually looking for this guy when he was at Leicester. They were generally looking for him. Like Vater, that's what I generally believe. But it's just like the professional opinion in the professional realm versus the fan base and the fans' opinion. Sometimes it doesn't always match. So maybe Tuchel's looking at him and be like, you know what, this guy has attributes that might fit my system. So I don't know.
Sorry, let me address what Yasir just said, because nothing can be kept a secret these days, right? Things leak, right? Early evaluations and players potentially coming to the club, that gets held over. City was looking for this guy. He was coming in. They may have looked briefly. They may have attempted to see whether he would fit. But this whole, we got him, City really wanted him. Nah, dead that. Maguire, Fred, there's a list of players we've all looked at and said, nah, it doesn't fit. Now, the fact that United have taken him on, the fact that he hasn't done well at United, those are the warning signs.
Yeah.
Hey, I think you would be an excellent snake oil salesman. I think back in the day before Florida was Florida, I think you'd sell some excellent swamp water to people. You're
Man,
smooth.
I'm trying my best here out here, man.
So before I take these jobs, Eric.
What?
Please, Eric. Please.
In the event that this happens, is there any way you can spin it?
No. If Maguire joins Chelsea, I need to take I'll just be busy for I'll be doing some stuff until he doesn't. So something will happen, and Maguire will all of a sudden not be a Chelsea player any longer. People will be wondering what's happening. No, I'm really serious. So something will just go wrong, and they'll say, no, there was a mistake. We made a mistake. Maguire is actually not signing for Chelsea.
Okay, Eric, please don't try to incriminate
No.
me. That's so without
Yeah,
changing.
yeah.
This is for freaking
The
evidence in court,
FBI
bro.
just joined the chat, guys. I see that. They just
Yeah, man, I see- yeah, I see your father.
Are we getting an emergency live stream when Maguire's "Here We Go to Chelsea" like we did?
That's
Oh.
Or are you going to skip it like Switzerland versus France?
Mike, that was below the belt. Mike, that was below the belt. That was below the belt.
Still waiting for it.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, let's see what your kids are saying, man. Chelsea boy Trick, man. I'm gonna miss Casemiro. Wish him nothing but the best. Would have been better to keep him, but it is what it is. I have full faith in Tchouaméni. We'll get there, bro. We're gonna get there. Next topic. Samasi. Hold on, let me just put my thing up there. So, the fridge comes. Chelsea, complicated Chelsea show is back. Well, Samasi, here's the thing. If, and let's pray it does happen, but if that does happen, you're going to be seeing a lot of violence on these streams. You know, I don't think the complicated Chelsea show is enough. I just think you'll just be seeing a lot of aggression and a lot of violence because. Okay, no, you know what? Okay, I've got it. Maguire's going to come to Chelsea. Okay, we'll see what happens then. We'll see what happens with the reaction. Okay, no, I've got it. I've cracked it. Eric, he's going to come to Chelsea. Eric, shh. He's coming to Chelsea.
Mason Mount,
Eric, shh. Don't worry. Eric, relax.
Was it Chilwell? Come on, this is an English core, you know.
Miguel Rabines. HH, we are not getting Harry Maguire. No, we are. Fofana is a matter of when, not if. Also, Man United are trying to pay 100 mil to Anthony, who has less goals and assists than Mason Mount when he was at the Dutch league at 18. Bro, but he knows him. Look, the fact that he knows him. So because he knows him, it is what it is. It's better the devil you know. Miguel, here's the thing. I do believe that we are close to finer than Maguire, but Miguel, you know what's saying? Always prepare for a rainy day. Because if it happens, it happens. Now, I don't know what I will do, so I'll say we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's just pray really hard this doesn't happen. And I'll leave it at that.
Chelsea are definitely signing Fofana, right? Would you?
No, well, it's touch and go. It's touch and go. But no, Blanc says it's touch and go. Eric is touch and go. Yeah, Eric says it's touch and go.
I don't even want him. I don't want him, but
yeah, me neither, man. Talent FC. Yes, Todd B cooking, Gordon and Maguire. Hashtag blues, hashtag Mount. Eric, do you have any brief thoughts on Aaron Gordon from Merseyside?
Okay, look, for all the haters who haven't actually watched this guy before.
Okay, Eric.
he's actually a good player. Okay.
Eric, okay.
No, hold on.
No, let Eric land.
He's a good player, but being a good player for Everton is not the same thing as being a good player for Chelsea. So, yeah, look, for me, I don't know what we're doing with that option. I don't get it.
Okay. Ronaldo is my wife. Okay. Keep my wife's name out your damn mouth, HH. Okay. All right. Let's just keep. So doesn't mean he's a lesbian. Okay. Paul Kickling. Eric, why does Arsenal trigger you so much?
They don't. Arsenal are a fantastic club. They're gonna win the treble this season. Everybody watch out. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Link. Maguire Appliance Limited at Chelsea is a haramanization. Wing, as I said again, let's just pray and hope it doesn't happen, man. We pray to hope it doesn't happen. Detroit's Rocks. Oh wow, yes, yeah. You changed, man. Shut up, bro. Shut up. Detroit's Rock City. What's it called? Detroit Rock City says, shout out to you, LL, and the panel. Hashtag Maguire to Hostage FC. All right. Daddy issues. I call him Cash App Miro. Get the bag, brother. Yeah. This is why we needed the Glazers, best owners ever. I don't know about that, bro. Dajo. As a Real Madrid fan, it's hard to see Casemiro go. Felt the same way when Ramos, Varane, or Ronaldo left. I'm just hoping that Perez has made the right decision again. Let's talk about it, man. Dajo again says, Man U fans, don't you all think this Casemiro transfer is a bailout for the Glazers. They basically distracted the majority of the fans, at least on Twitter. Talents FC, EPL poll, relegation and EPL greater than La Liga UCL champ. Okay. And your boy David T. Maguire is a winner, Euro semi-finalist, Europa League semi-finalists, won a fight in Greece, and he's a fridge. Certified champion and leader 100%.
Shout out to David T, man.
Oh Lord. Okay, so guys, let's get in on this on this main one. So obviously a lot of you guys in your dubs talked about your boy Casemiro. Now, Casemiro. Let's not hate. It is a good signing. It's a good signing. So let's not hate. It is Casemiro will improve Man United. How much he improves them, it remains to be seen. So there are two ways of viewing this. So one stage is, it is a damn good signing because Casemiro may not be what he was in 2017 or 2018, but we saw what he did in the UCL final. So he is, and he comes to United and he's definitely going to be one of the best players in that team, and he will improve the midfield. So this is an improvement. But Casemiro with Kroos and Modric isn't the same as Casemiro with McFred, or Casemiro with McFred and Eriksen, who has a pacemaker. So these are different aspects that you have to realize with. So United fans have to temper their expectation, because we're also going to talk about the whole Glazer thing, because my thing is, as one of the dubs was saying, is this another Glazer move that's going to cover up the cracks? So people can now divert their attention from empty Old Trafford but say, hey, Casemiro, because what we're hearing from United fans right now, like I says, oh my gosh, it's Casemiro, huge. United still have pulled. We finally now pulled a huge player. This is a UCL champ, one of the best games in the world. Boom, Glazers, we forgive you. When in fact, well, have you really fixed the problem systematically, or have just thrown money at the issue? So, because people would say, okay, you're hating and so forth. I'm just being real. Casemiro by himself, that's as your main signing, and with Eriksen and Lisandro Martinez, that can't guarantee top four. Because I was on a space yesterday, and I think it was Red, Madrid fans said, oh, Casemiro can definitely get United top four. I was like, what? So Casemiro by himself is enough of a difference maker to get United top four? That's crazy. He'll help them, he'll improve them, but there are many more pieces that need to come in place before they can say what's up. Because really, Casemiro is only as good as the pieces around him. Busquets is only as good as the pieces around him. So yes, Casemiro will definitely come in and elevate it. How is Ten Hag going to utilize him? Can Ten Hag utilize him well? How well is he going to fit into Ten Hag's system as opposed to how he fits in for Ancelotti's system? These are all of these things that you have to take into place. So yes, be happy, United fans, but don't get overexcited. And don't think this will be the be-all and end-all, man. Mikey, your thoughts on this whole Casemiro thing, bro?
Shocked. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw this transfer. It was just a rumor 2 days ago, and all of a sudden, he's a Man United player. I'm genuinely shocked that Casemiro was doing this. But let's be honest here. I was going to get to it. There's the only reason why. Money. I just thought of Shane McMahon's theme song when I saw this transfer happen.
That's such a great song. I love that song, bro.
What is he getting? $375,000 a week. Get that money, Casemiro. If I'm crazy. You, your family is
more than you guys were willing to pay Sadio Mane. Isn't that why he left?
We were not going to pay him that much.
Exactly.
We only gave Salah $350,000, and you're giving Casemiro $375K.
So we got the money though. So
you got the money, but you still you're not getting top four.
And I think that's the key thing, that if you're, because Real Madrid fans will be really sad, 100% sad. But I think many Madrid fans have said that, bro, to be offered $375,000 at age 30 in a 4-year contract is an amazing deal.
Yep.
At 30 years of age, $375,000 for 4 years, so guaranteed for 4 years, that is an amazing deal. So for customers, bro, to be offered this at 30, when most guys think a guy at 30 you begin to decline, that's an amazing deal.
Yep.
An amazing deal.
You can't deny it if you're Casemiro. You really can't. So I think he was on 200,000 a week at Real Madrid, if I'm not mistaken. I was trying to look at the numbers. I think he was on 200,000 a week. Let's keep it real. This is going to improve Manchester United's midfield drastically. Not to the extent that they get top 4, but I was thinking to myself, when was the last time they actually had a real CDM? Carrick? I'm not going to count Herrera. I'm not going to count Fellaini.
I know, Mike. And if only Pogba was still around.
That's what I was thinking too, HH. If they had Pogba next to Casemiro, ooh, they would have been cooking. But
yes,
it is a good move. But I just wonder about the motivation for Casemiro. Is he really motivated to play for the badge? Or is he just motivated to play for the cash? That's kind of what I'm thinking with this signing. And I was telling this to LBS, not RDS, LBS, that a lot of the South American signings that United have done in the last couple of years have really, really flopped. Falcao, Di Maria, Alexis Sanchez, Fred. A lot of South Americans have flopped there. So I would just be hesitant if you're United fans. Yes, he's a very good player, and I think he'll help the squad massively with his winning mentality and winning all the Champions Leagues and La Ligas. But just temper the expectations. You need another midfielder next to him. Although I think now Fred and Casemiro, that could be a good partnership. But let's see. And Cavani. I forgot about Cavani too.
Okay, let's just consider the boys. So Los Blancos, man. I mean Casemiro.
I mean, I'm quite conflicted right now. I'm very conflicted right now. I mean, as a current Madrid fan on loan, it's actually quite because Casemiro was really, really crucial for what we achieved at Real Madrid.
Sorry, where are you on loan from?
So my parent club is Manchester United. So right now I'm on a season-long loan at Real Madrid. As you can see,
You're
Madrid.
Excellent to ask you because you have both pro.
Sorry, say that again.
No, I'm just saying it's excellent to pose you this question because you can talk to it from both sides.
Yes, he's actually perfect for this. Exactly. Strange, but perfect. I don't approve, by the way. So I don't approve, but it is what it is.
I have a feeling though, if Maguire goes to Chelsea, there might be a potential emergency loan from HH to another club towards the end of the season. That's
Eric, you're free to join me, bro. So yeah,
if that happens, I'll be a lot trouble. Anyway. So I think that this is like I don't agree with the idea that this is like, oh, he's finished, get him out of the club, he was out of his way, etc. That makes certain fans on Twitter sort of saying. I think that for goodness sake, even the Champions League final against Liverpool, he was amazing just yes. there. So yeah, Casemiro is still a very, very good player. I think
Mike, you remember that final though? I just want to ask Mike, does he remember the final?
Yes, sir. Are you playing on Thursday nights this year? Oh, I forgot.
Oh, yes, yeah. Who was the previous person? Because we thought you bleached. Was that your brother? I don't know. Because it was the same person, or was it you, or what happened?
He's bleaching. Basically, he's bleaching. He's bleaching.
Okay. No worries, bro. It was just different in person. It's all good. So at the end of the day, like I think he's. I'm not going to say he's a significant miss to Madrid. I think we can still win the La Liga, because Barca will take an L and do on the Champions League. But I still think he contributed so much to this team, and he is going to be a miss for. I think he's going to be. It's still going to be a significant miss, but we'll see what Tchouaméni does because obviously the amount that United paid, essentially paid him for Tchouaméni anyway. But
do you think that this is not ideal in sense of Tchouaméni was supposed to be like an understudy maybe for another year with Casemiro, but now he'll have to be either him or Valverde. They have to be now thrust into now a mainstay in that position.
Don't go to Real Madrid if you're not prepared to step up at the end of the day. So Madrid is the biggest club in the world. So you don't go if you're not going to sort of step up and do something. So and he has to. So and Ancelotti said this. He's like, listen. I think regarding their performance at the weekend against Serie, it's like I wasn't particularly happy with their performance, but they know the shirt is heavy. They've got to improve, and that's what should happen. But at the end of the day, the money that we got from the Casemiro money goes into that, so it's all good. Don Perez again doing actual business, unlike Larsa, for example. So. Yeah, I think that ultimately, if you're a Madrid fan, you can thank Casemiro for all that he achieved and what he delivered to Real Madrid as a football club, and wish him well, knowing that, he obviously he wants a new challenge in quotes. Now, if you're a United fan, as you said at the start, the most important thing here is that it's very it's too much of a coincidence right now, because United were linked to Casemiro until the last 48 to 72 hours. So the beginning of this transfer window, Frank de Jong for almost a month or two, and in the space of like 2 or 3 hours, like you suddenly sort of, especially when there's been this sort of angry momentum from United fans, towards Gwen the Glazers. Now, personally, for me, my theory about this is that if people remember last season, the Manchester United played Liverpool, and that's where they were like mass protests, which led to the game having to be cancelled and changed, which actually caused a lot of damage to Sky Sports and sponsorship revenue. So what's happening on Monday? Liverpool versus Manchester United. Whatever you say about Manchester United, it's still one of the most viewed games globally. So that's where you give your statement, and that's potentially where sponsorship will be involved. So it makes very good business sense. The Glazers are smart. Let's just keep it what they are. Hey, if we announce this guy, get it done, this will draw the attention, focus on this. So any momentum that was going to go for a massive big protest against United and Liverpool, which could damage our revenue, damage our sponsorship, and potentially advertise this toxicity to the world, given how globalized this game is, that's going to be snuffed out like that.
No, because and my thing though, because I've heard some United fans say, nope, stay the course. But the issue is, even when you do it, it will seem weird. So you're protesting while social media is excited that Casemiro, UCL winner, has not been ruled as United player.
Social media is not necessarily representative of the United as a whole. It's only a glimpse, and it often tends to be like a younger people.
But even if, okay, let's take social media to one side.
Yeah.
If, let's say, he passes his medical, I think by
Tomorrow.
Monday he's flying in on Saturday.
Yeah.
So by Monday it would become completed.
Yeah.
It will seem weird that you're protesting while you've just signed Casemiro. It won't hit the same.
But it's like, and everyone, live chat, everyone, just think about it, guys. We've came on this show like every Friday, almost every Friday. So we came on the show. How many Man United has been getting clowned this entire transfer window? So everyone was assuming that Man United had no money because Man United were not spending no money. That's what people believed. That's what they put it out, that Man United had a budget. We had no money. Man United they were getting rejected from everybody. Man United, like almost last week, nearly signed Rabiot. Rabiot was pretty much a done deal. Man United offered money for Rabiot. The only reason we didn't sign Rabiot was because of his mom. She wanted big money, and Man United said, "Bro, get out! Like, that's crazy." And Man United was desperate to sign Rabiot. But now we're in a situation out of nowhere, like this. And any reporter or any political reporter that reports on football tells you that this deal was in the works for months is an absolute liar. This deal happened in the blink of an eye. Man United called the Casemiro, offered him the money that he's getting now. He said, "Yes, I'm going to come." Man United talked to Florentino Perez and Real Madrid and got this deal done in almost days, an amount of hours, which shows you that A, Man United always had the money. B, Man United always had get quality players. And C, Man United just choose not to do it. Man United simply just choose.
So knowing that, how does that make you feel with the Casemiro signing?
Because HH, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Usually when a signing happens like this, like, because I'm gonna be real. Casemiro is one of my favorite players. Period. Like, Casemiro, I love Casemiro. Every time I watch Casemiro play, I always say under my breath, I will do anything to get a Casemiro out of my football club. I will do anything to get Casemiro out of my football club. Okay. Not that he's here, HH. I don't know what to do. I'm not even happy, HH. I'm absolutely miserable because because I'm at a situation where, like, we got Casemiro. Yay. So what? We got Ronaldo. Yay. So what? We got Varane. Yay. So what? If I told you 2 years ago that Man United would end up having the Man United team that have their striker would be Cristiano Ronaldo, their defensive midfield being Casemiro and there's one of their centre backs being Varane, you will tell me I am mad. You are crazy. This is the reality we live in now. So it's like the people, and this is what I'm trying to stress to a lot of I've seen on Twitter and everyone. It's not about the idea that the Glazers spend money. It's like the Glazers generally don't care. They simply do not care, and they only spend money when it comes back to them. When the pressure is on them, they spend money, which shows you they don't generally care. They just care about
and I think,
themselves.
what is wild though, and I think I didn't believe this was true, but people kept mentioning it because but Gary Neville then said it's when he had his rants after Brentford. United, through the Glazers, they've never spent the money spent is through United's revenue. They've never gone into their pockets to actually spend money.
Never.
Like Bram.
So what? Who cares?
Veto, don't Veto. No, Veto. Me, you, and Eric, we have lived a privileged life. where our owner is going into their pockets and say, yo.
Backed by nations.
It doesn't matter where the money comes from. What matters is that it's being spent. Money's been spent on. What do you mean no?
Incorrect.
If you're okay, let me finish what I'm saying. If you're trying to build a team, if you're trying to get some of the best players, which United have done over the years, regardless of if it comes out of the owner's pockets or if the club is so successful that they have the revenue to be able to spend on it, why does that matter? Why does it have to come out of the owner's pockets? You're supplying and building the team. I don't get that criticism. It doesn't compute to me.
But Victor,
because here's the thing, because I can actually see where, from a business point of view, I can see where it is coming from. But I want to hear Blancos. What's your
the issue is that the Glazers actually bought the club on a massive amount of debt. So they laid the club initially on debt. So every single season they basically remortgaged the club to basically fund their spending. So the big issue like us long term is that financially you can't continue to spend ridiculous amounts of money, because even all this spending is going to do is it puts the club into more debt, which includes more borrowing. So at some point, if, for example, you get a bug situation again, or a hardship, something like that, that will ultimately negatively affect the club. So you can't. I'm not saying that you're completely wrong, but I'm just saying that there's a very big difference when you have the money that's there. Like Mike Ashley is a good example. Mike Ashley didn't spend a lot. Fair play, was a billionaire, but when he left Newcastle, Newcastle generating profits.
Yeah.
So they give the club to the Saudi owners, and that's why the Saudi owners now can spend whatever they want to spend, because the club financially has been in a net positive for the last decade or so.
Yeah.
Manchester United are not in that situation at all. And what it takes is another bug situation or financial crisis or so on.
I got you. I got you from a business model, from how the money comes in, how the money comes out, how long term, for the sake of the club and its existence, it's not a good move. But to criticize the success of United because of how the owners choose not to spend out of their pockets is a false argument, because that's not the problem with the club, with the players on the pitch. You've had money.
Oh yeah, no one's arguing that the issue of Glazers that the Glazers haven't spent money. I don't think no one's arguing it at all. I think what people are arguing is that it's one, the thing I've said, obviously the debt structure, that's a big thing. The second thing is the mismanagement.
Yeah.
So because they aren't footballers, their recruitment and their mismanagement from top to bottom has been an absolute disaster. Despite
but I think the point is that Gary Neville, you shouldn't even bring up that point of hey, they've not even spent their money. Why even bring that up? Because you see, I get why he's making the point from a moral, ethical point of view. But this is business. Business is not really about morals and ethics. It's about business.
No, he's bringing up the points.
Even as a business, if, for example, let's say a chain of restaurants, right? Let's say I owned it, and as part of that, I hired some senior to run different franchises, and these franchises recruited crappy chefs. They constantly like made losses on their sales. As the owner of the club, you go, this is terrible. Like, in order for it to function, like I need to get competent people that can generate profit, that can move the business forward. Like, the reality is that the Glazers, as like senior managers, have been incompetent in how they actually run the football club. So much so that the actual value, the stock value of Manchester United, has plummeted in the last 2 decades. And even the revenue, because a lot of United's revenue right now that we're talking about, that we're spending, is come from the fact that of the success that was built decades ago.
Yeah, by Fergie.
But we know that revenue is going down. Obviously, Champions League, Europa League, etc. It's coming down. So in 2 decades from now, if there's still a club, like, we're not going to be generating the same revenue that we were 20
Okay, so actually, let me bring in Eric into this. So Eric, your turn to this, right?
Yeah, in terms of the whole thing with him bringing it up, for me, it's very simple. He's bringing it up because it's just one of the many reasons to show that they don't actually care about the success of the club. They're just milking the current revenue streams based on
Okay, Eric, success in what sense? Football or business-wise?
For me, both, because
United is one of the most successful clubs.
Eric, they're businessmen. See, I'm with you on football. A businessman going into a business, you want your business to do well.
They haven't been making profit,
yeah, but they're not making profits. They're not investing in the business to make it grow. They're like Los Blancos just told you, they're just milking off what has been, the money gained from all the success from the past is what they're doing. They're using to spend on all these players. So yes, in the short term, yes, I'm not going to pretend like since they bought the club, it hasn't increased in value. But let's be honest, it's nothing to do with what they've done, right? They're just piggybacking off what has happened. So for me, in the long term, he told Los Blancos said it all. In the long term, United will not be profitable. They may sell at some point. Let's be honest. Once they feel like
I think apparently the number here is like about a few bill. So if you go
$6 billion, $6 billion.
It's not what's his name?
Right now, $6 billion.
What's that guy's name? Radcliffe.
Radcliffe.
Yeah. So he's looking at the club. From what I've heard, who knows what happens with that? But I think for many reasons, mainly being the fact that they don't actually care about the on the pitch success. I think they need to just.
So actually, no, but I want to go back to Casemiro. So Veto, let's go back to the whole Casemiro thing then. I mean,
I tweeted about this. I tweeted. Quality signing. I'm not hating on the signing at all. Player, skill set, ability, what he would mean to the club, excellent. But the Glazers, and you said it earlier, they're smart businessmen. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
The problem with Man United, and you guys are going to hate to hear this, it's not the owners, it's the fans. The club is too big. You're never going to satisfy this fan base. They're already split. So what he's done with this Casemiro, y'all seen babies pacified. Fan base is pacified.
I mean, what if they start winning trophies? Wouldn't that help?
Oh yeah, it'll help. It'll subside. No protest. No out with the Glazers. But the thing is, the fan base is huge, and the business model that Los Blancos brought up earlier. You're running a business. You hire managers, all the different franchises. Cool. The problem is, the success can't depend on you listening to every customer that comes through your door and changing your plan. So the ownership of United
is losing money over decades, though. You're losing money. You're not. So when you say when you say that the Glazers are like successful businessmen, yes, you're confusing like good PR. Yes, Casemiro will get United maybe good PR for maybe just like Sancho and Ronaldo did.
Yeah, Pogba, Ronaldo. There's a system. They know exactly what they're doing.
That doesn't last, though. It doesn't last.
It doesn't have to last.
Well, Blancos, the point, because I want to go back to the video, but the point that he's making is, it's what's it called? What they say, perception is reality. Yeah. And what they're doing with this is that, as he just says, there are people out here that are like, oh, you've been clowning United for so long. How can you clown a club who, with Europa League and not UCL football, just attracted arguably the best DM in the world that's won all this Champions League? Okay.
Yeah, but my
Let's
we're
delay.
talking-
Actually, wait, so let Vito just land with this point. Let's wait just
Okay, go on.
So even, and I'm not trying to trigger. I'm not trying to trigger. But when Sir Alex Ferguson was moving on, and even the time of the transition, right? You're handing over the keys. What got Moyes out? The fan base. Fan base didn't show patience. Whether he was going to crumble and have them 10th for year one. But Fergie, the man gave him the keys. Let him cook for a little bit. Fan base had no patience for it. And that's been the routine over and over and over again. So what the Glazers do, let me pacify them and let me get a big name, because that's what the fans demand. I hope Ten Hag gets the time that he needs, but all signs show that even the patience with him having 2 losses to start, and even if he were to go and have the worst possible start in any manager's Man United history, give him a chance to turn it around, but the fans will not allow it.
Hold on, real quick, what impact do you think a Casemiro can make for Ten Hag specifically? So I want to combine it with Casemiro, what he is, Ten Hag for what he's trying to do. Could this be a case of where, oh, geez, this guy's actually making a big enough impact for United to be competitive? Or could it be a case of like, he's good, but there's so many other pieces, and you didn't get your most important piece, which was the tempo dictator, which was Frankie de Jong.
Right. So Casemiro acquisition, like I said, quality signing. He actually fits, because I've heard United fans talk about we need a player of his profile for time, right? Yeah. So acquiring him, fantastic. The fact that Pogba's had to go out the door, unfortunate, right? And the possibility of Frankie de Jong not coming, that hurts. But you're getting one piece that you've needed for a really long time. Now, will you get the additional players? I don't know, but he's the right fit. And he's the right mix for the club as a whole. Will he turn them around, and will they comfortably be top 4? I don't know. And that shouldn't even matter. Give Ten Hag time to build his team. Casemiro's a great first piece.
3 years is enough time for most.
No, enough time to do what? Enough time to do what? To win the league?
You say no. I say 3 years is enough time to show. Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer all had 3 seasons. Even Klopp and Pep, and they've at least showed progress in the first 3 seasons.
That's the problem.
3 seasons. That's more than enough time.
If you guys are going to say 3 years is the patience that needs to be put.
The issue though is that, and that's why United are in a weird issue, because I want to bring in Osuna with this whole thing, which is that because you went from Moyes 1 season, then you go to Van Gaal, then Van Gaal now goes into Mourinho. The Mourinho now goes into Ole. So you now have like 2, 3, 4 different ideas all mishmashing into one another.
That's not on the fans. That's the only thing I disagree about. That's not on the fans. That's what I'm saying about on upper management. Because at the end of the day, the Glazers, Ed Woodward, the sporting director, you are the guys who are in charge of recruitment. So like the Manchester United, if ultimately you are so easy to be swayed by sort of fans, then all that shows is that you aren't good owners, you aren't good leaders.
But because Los Blancos example.
If I'm a sensible person, I go, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and find the best. If I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know about football. And they're Americans, they know American football. I'm like, right.
Yeah.
What I will do is I will hire someone who is an expert in that area, in sporting recruitment, in goalkeeping coach, in fantasy, blah, blah, blah. If you actually look at United structurally, they do not have a single world-class person in any area of the development.
Yeah.
Fletcher is
technical director. Yeah.
Fletcher, world class, really? John Murtaugh, what experience does he have? Ed Woodward, banker. So if you actually look, so that's what I'm saying. I get Veta's point about the fans and open pipe. I get that, but even still, if you are a competent owner, and especially if you don't have understanding in your field, you realize that you should go out and recruit the best that you can that's available, instead of this kind of old boy buddy club, which is the culture at Manchester United. Mates rates, I know this person, we know this person. we'll kind of keep it all in-house and do our thing. And that's been the major problem United going forward.
But see, unless before I come to Osasuna, see, this is almost like a double-edged sword. Because you know how we installed the Bundesliga Liga and say like bans Liga, ban rules and everything. But there are two sides to that coin, because the other side of the coin is the 50+1 rule. Fans always have major ownership, and you can't have some rogue outsider coming in and totally dictate decades, hundreds of years of a club's history. So the fans will always have a say. So the issue I have is the Premier League. Why is this the most popular league in the world? Because you're able to attract all these extremely wealthy people to come in and now spend like crazy. But if these guys can now spend like crazy and now can go mad, and billionaires can come and just have their fun and use this as their toy, the other side of that coin is the fans that gets pushed out. If this is truly a game for the fans, that the fans are really what makes this game what it is, they should have a voice. But what you've created and what the Premier League have said is that, you have a voice, but not really. So a guy can come from the outside and have total say in how that club is run. And you guys who go to the games, pay for the tickets, buy the match, you're not even allowed in the freaking director's box. Because what that 50+1 says is that, no, the fans are still the most important voice of the club. But what the Premier League is saying is that, no, that's not true. Your importance in a kind of materialistic, fake sense of like going to the games and so forth, but in a real sense of like ownership of the club, being part of decision making and how your club is, it's for this rogue businessman who doesn't have a clue what football is about or what it truly means. Osasuna, talk to me.
HH, I'm gonna ask this question to Osasuna as well in the panel, but Osasuna is the best person to talk about this. Just going back to Casemiro, in terms of the footballing, like in terms of, do you guys generally believe that Casemiro is underappreciated? Do you think people generally don't appreciate how good and how good of a player Casemiro really is? Just a question I'm putting out there.
All right, Osasuna, go for it. Take it up, Osasuna.
He is rated the way he should be. At least with Madrid fans. I think maybe because of other fans say he's not as good as he is. In my opinion, he is the best DM in this generation. I think he is Real Madrid's greatest defensive midfielder ever, part of our greatest midfield ever, which makes me really, really sad that he is leaving, as I said on the space yesterday. Can't really blame anyone, right? Casemiro, you understand he's cashing out. Real Madrid cashing out.
Because as I said, this is what was it, 370,000 for 4 years, and you're 30 years old. For a 30-year-old, that is a amazing deal.
Exactly. The difference in the wages in total is about 70 million. You're not going to turn down 70 million euros, right? So I think what's going to happen, I'm sad because Casemiro, I still had a small feeling of maybe KCM with another CL, maybe. But no, now it's officially over. The greatest midfielder of all time is now no more. We only have Kroos and Modric. I think that what Casemiro can bring to Manchester United is that they will concede a lot less goals. It's as simple as is. They will concede a lot less because their defense is going to be much less exposed. If this rumor about Harry Maguire is true and they're selling him, regardless, it looks like he is not part of Ten Hag's plans anymore. So what happens is he pretty much comes out and can pretty much win the tackle every single time. So what he offers is the ability to maintain pressure, to constantly attack directly. So when the ball comes out, he's always the one winning it from the counter-attack. So you will have a lot less counter-attacks against Manchester United, which was a lot where they struggled last season. Always teams would break because they had no threat. It was easy to defend, and then you could just easily break against Manchester United. Now that's less possible with Casemiro.
Sorry, one quick thing though. Do you think referees in the Premier League will be a lot harsher on him than?
Oh no, he'll have it even easier because they're even worse. than the Liga
Yeah.
referees. So
I mean, look at
they will-
Rodri. Look at Rodri.
he's gonna
Man.
slide someone down, and he's gonna be like, play on.
Just
Nothing
for
happened
Mike
here. Nothing
Dean, Mike
happened.
Dean, Nancy Taylor.
Anthony
Bro.
Taylor, man. Anthony Taylor's gonna be his best friend.
Also, whenever when Rodri played the Arsenal game, the guy they killed Arsenal, bro. The guy killed Arsenal.
Oh yeah, no. These Premier League referees love the beautiful game. They love these no nonsense tackles. So he's gonna thrive in that sense. He's a brilliant player for Manchester United. He pretty much fixes the problem they had in the midfield because they were asking for a defensive midfield for 6 years to accompany Pogba. Now, unfortunately, Pogba's gone. So they get that defensive midfielder when their essential midfielder is leaving. What a smart way to do business.
But my
with
thing
Manchester
also,
United.
if let's say this is the only acquisition they make before the window closes, how much of an impact can Casemiro make positionally for Ten Hag's thing? As in, what impact does it make in terms of what they can now do within the league? Because without Casemiro, we said, okay, after these 2 games, these guys are not even sniffing for a top 4. Casemiro, is it enough of an impact to be like, oh no, top 4 can now be a real possibility? Okay, you're preventing goals. How do you now get goals? And how do you now win games?
The first thing you do is change the captain because the leadership is wrong. The team is not fighting for each other. The team is only fighting for themselves. And when you have that, you lose ideas. You have a lot of pressure on yourself, and so you try to only do things one way. And if it doesn't work that way, you give up. So simply just having a different leadership allows for more creativity to flow and more ideas to come about because they're under less pressure to perform for themselves and want to perform for the team. And so that is the first improvement. Second improvement, I don't think that they're going to be playing Rashford anymore. I think they're going to be playing most likely. Wait, are they going to be playing Rashford? They probably are still going to, if they make no acquisitions, right?
Yes, if they make no acquisitions, yeah.
Well, that's still difficult to get goals. I think he'll get them top 6. They won't be in a relegation battle anymore. They'll finish mid-table to top 6. I just think you'll see a very lowering Manchester United. I think 10 goals can happen with players that are less technical.
Oh, I think you're stuck, bro. So I think you're stuck.
I thought it was me, actually.
Yeah, you're frozen in the Matrix. Aha, okay, now you're free. You're good now.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So I think that when you have a Ten Hag system, it might allow for some kind of creativity to be there. I think Eriksen also being played as a 10 instead of Bruno is going to make a difference because he's actually a baller instead of a hoofball merchant who has a 40% accuracy. Have you guys checked Bruno Fernandes's pass accuracy recently? I think it's somewhere close to Darwin Nunez's. So that's very unfortunate.
Bro, I don't know what happened to the guy, man. I don't know what happened to him.
We're wrapping him, man. Relax, bro.
Yeah, you have a solid midfield, Fred, Casemiro, Eriksen, and then you try to make the best out of the attack as you can.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in a weird way, you know, it's gonna balance the midfield. Honestly speaking, because like you can play a Casemiro, Fred, like a Eriksen or Casemiro, Fred, even a Donny van de Beek, you know. But because the problem we always had was we had a guy like McTominay that was tall, strong, but just like couldn't read the game. The guy couldn't pass the ball. So you're in a situation where okay, we're gonna play Fred there, but Fred is like physically he gets bullied like a rag doll, like literally. Like I remember the game against Everton where the guy just was trying to barge someone and just like the guy they just bounced off of him. I think it was like Jamari Gray.
Let's take this to the way. So guys, please hit that like button, guys. Please, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, guys. Daddy issues. Maguire has never lost a CL final. #leader, #CFC. Daddy Us, you have issues, you clown. Zoateng TV. Let's be real. Man United got the best DM in the world. Vaitso, can you see? It's working. Like magic. Magic, it's working, man.
Exactly.
Like magic. Mr. Seven, so you think players just join because they love your club? It's modern football. Money talks.
Yeah.
Before PSG literally offered Mbappe a planet, Mbappe was like, doesn't matter what you offer me, I'm going to Real Madrid. They had to offer him literally a planet. and a galaxy before he said, "Okay, fine, I'll stay." So, but
Why?
there are a lot of guys who, what's it called? People, even this whole bus. I am pretty sure that even if Chelsea, I don't know, Chelsea, I'm sure offered a higher wage to Rafinha. But
Yeah.
Rafinha was like, "Oh no, it's Barcelona, and he's really close to Ronaldinho. I have to do this for the whole Brazilian." So even if Chelsea were to offer him a much higher wage, it was not about money; it's about playing for Barcelona. So that thing
Was
definitely
Raheem
exists.
Sterling? Did he come for money? Because I didn't he get the bag?
Well,
let's be real here.
no. Sterling's case was he's never, his family lives in London, and he's always been up north. So he says a big thing was the fact of coming down to London and actually being closer to his family was a big thing.
Similar to Maguire, he's also a Chelsea fan as well. So we'll see. What
No. Albert Cardenius. When Casemiro agreed to sign for United, he added another medal to his cabinet for bravery. Man is walking through the gates of hell. Hashtag free HH's GOAT.
Did you see what Varane said? Like Varane said, like something about like
welcome home or something like that.
Something like we've been through so much together. Welcome to Manchester United, amigo.
Also, bleaching makes your life lighter. Wow, that was
yo.
Big process of AJ. That was quick. That was quick.
I hate this, Chad. I hate this, Chad. I can't stand it.
No. I'm gonna give it. No, that was quick. That was swift. That was swift, man.
Oh, that's quick.
Rodrigo Rodas. Not gonna lie, Tchouaméni looked like Bakayoko versus Almeria.
Easy. What's this, bro?
Guys, I know that he's a fellow black brother and so forth, but 100 million on Tchouaméni. Because see, what I'm afraid of is with Casemiro leaving, Tchouaméni is now under massive pressure to now give back that 100 million. So I'm worried, bro.
It's only one game, but like, yeah, he didn't play well.
No. But I think that
he'll get better.
He now has to have a season where he now has to now say what's up. He has to now say what's up mostly for this season, so
Modric,
that could be a worry.
To be fair, Modric. I mean, not Modric is not a Casemiro, but Modric can help. So,
but guys, what about Camavinga?
He's 36 going on to 37, bro. Come on, relax, man.
Guys, I think because they had Camavinga as well, that might actually help. Like because like that could also help because Ancelotti. I trust Ancelotti. I think Ancelotti is going to figure it out.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Well, he says that everything is fine, man. QC, thank you for the dope, QC. Casemiro, what a legendary career. Enjoy retirement. Oh Lord. No, they're calling United the MLS, bro. They're saying it's MLS, man. But look, get the bag, man. Shout out to your boy Adams, man. Thank you for the dope, Adams, bro. I find it mad though that everyone considers us a Finnish club that has no pull. But the assault from rivals today was hilarious. Quick question. Would you have gone to this season treble winners Arsenal for the same money? Glazers out. You see, my thing though is, look, this is not hate. Casemiro didn't join because it's Man United. He joined because it's a great payday. And that does not come from a place of hate. That comes from a place of pure
But
logic.
HS doesn't there's a few exceptions, but a lot of football players do that. They move to clubs because of the payday.
But that's why I use the Rafinha example.
Yeah.
Man United in 2022 don't hold that weight of like, man, I want to play for Fergie. I want to play for this serial winner, a guy who's considered one of the best managers of all time in Fergie and so forth. Same thing, but because like Rafinha, Chelsea are offering you more money. You will earn more money playing for Chelsea. But I'm Brazilian. I know Ronaldinho very well. Ronaldinho has even advised me going to Barcelona, even if I'm going to earn less money, means more to me than going so forth. So this is United thing. Why would you go from Real to United, who are now in the freaking Europa League, where their best player is trying to go to freaking Dortmund or Sporting Lisbon?
But to be fair though, this tends to happen a lot at Man United. Like the year we finished 7th, we signed Di Maria from Real Madrid. The year we finished, I believe, was 5th under Louis van Gaal. That summer when Mourinho came in, we signed Paul Pogba. Like we tend to sign
the Pogba thing. That there's history that doesn't really count.
But I mean, what's the history with Casemiro? I did this notion that Casemiro came to Man United because of money. I feel like if Casemiro was available in the market, a lot more clubs would be offering the bag.
So hold on. So before I continue, so in your view, Casemiro moved Why?
But I just feel like it's one of those things that, like, especially at Real Madrid, players have egos. In my general opinion, players have egos.
Yes, stop mumbling. Why
It's the
Timo?
challenge.
See, HH, hold on. Yasir is just like the Glazers. He's a salesman. He's smooth with it. He's not going to tell you the real reasons why the move happened. Let me tell you the real reason. Okay. Let me dismiss this retirement talk because there's no way. I'm not hating. I told you I'm not hating. Let me dismiss this retirement talk because there's no way he's going from Real Madrid, the players around him, the squad, the attack, the defense, the tactics, complete, to go to United and retire. No, he's about to put in a shift. He's about to put in many shifts at United because he doesn't have the surrounding bodies to be able to kind of play that system football anymore. So it's not retirement. He's going to put on the work boots. He's going to put on that blue shirt, the Timbs, but he's not going to kick with the Timbs, but he's going to put in the work.
We're about to run him to the ground, bro. We're about to.
Exactly. Now, let me say this. If he happens to be a player that now has the back pains, can't play, then it's a retirement. Then he's playing the game. That's the warning.
So Bezzy, if you sign Maguire and number 9, Chelsea the first team ever to implement the false 4 and false 9 in the same 11. Hashtag Tuche on innovator. Hashtag things are happening.
No,
Hashtag
HH, you misread that. You misread it. It said if you sign Maguire and no number 9.
And no number 9. Oh, thanks for that, bro. Mr. Biggs. The United fans are being unfair to the Glazers. They're buying the best players and you still complain. Let United fan describe what the Glazers should do, like a winning strategy for them, since buying players isn't one. I think it was already said before, it's not about spending money, it's what you use the money on. There's a difference between just, hey, I spent money, and okay, what did you spend the money on? It's like you spend 100 mil on trash or spend 20 mil on actual quality. So it's not about the price and how much you spend. It's what are you spending it on, and does it actually help you in an effective way?
And a reason why I had to say that the Glazers know what they're doing, and this is just a pacifier that they put in the mouths of babes, is because as a fan, you're conflicted to not cheer on Casemiro coming to the pitch, playing for the badge. You're conflicted now. You're going to be booing. You're going to be booing the team. You're going to be chanting Glazers out during the match, or you're going to be stepping out and not supporting them while they play.
You just signed the best game in the world. Why are you booing?
No, let me just bust that bubble. I don't even know what to call it. That's a contradiction. Yeah, because why would you be in the stadium booing the team or booing the Glazers? That makes no sense. If you're against the Glazers, you don't buy a ticket to go to the stadium.
Exactly.
So you believe the only people in the stadium are there to support the club and will not be doing any type of protest or showing unhappiness with the club. Is that the belief?
What I'm saying is that the people who are there to show that they are happy and discontent, they're not doing it the right way, because there is a contradiction. You can't pay the owners you want to get out of the club. That doesn't make any sense. So, I get it, but at the same time, no. And as a fan, I wouldn't say just because you want the owners out means you have to, disagree with every signing they make or, boo the players as well. Like, you can still be a United fan and be happy with the signing and want the Glazers out. Okay, the Glazers are...
Look at Newcastle United. It was obvious that every Newcastle fan, even other fans, hated Mike Ashley. That was obvious. I think any Newcastle fan hates Mike Ashley. They booed him. There was Ashley out. There was a process, etc. So when obviously our owner came in, but they still supported their team. There were Newcastle fans that didn't obviously attend games and protest, etc.
Guys, it's like
they want him out of the club. So much so that they end up selling it.
Guys, it's not easy though. Like we're talking about.
Let me just quickly this just because. So Jason McLean, if Thomas Tuchel asks Todd B to buy the fridge, if I'm the owner, I would sack him on the spot. Jason, it's not happening, bro. As I said again, it's not happening.
Imagine Todd B's like, you said what? By who?
Yeah. No. Oh, if I was the owner, he's getting sacked. 100%.
He's like, let's have a meeting tomorrow at 8 a.m. sharp.
RR7, a core of Varane, Casemiro, CR7. Be scared soon. No comments. Fire ZZZ. HH, I told you, Gordon isn't coming to Chelsea. Laugh out loud. Up the Chelsea. Thank you for that, Fireman. Thank you for that, bro.
Honestly, why you guys are going after
Ganzo. I don't know who Gordon is. Ganzo. Glazers don't get credit for spending club's money. Joel and Avram Glazer micromanage club on day-to-day basis. They blocked Martial's sale on the move, for example.
That's true. That is so
Yeah,
true.
this is a fact, man. Yeah.
You know, apparently Martial is one of the Glazers' favorite player. And then
Oh,
when Mourinho wanted to sell him, there's like, no, there's no way.
Talents FC. Waitzer has a point about the rash decisions by Glazers to appease the fans short term. Would United accept 2 years, 8th to 10th for Erik ten Hag to change the squad and culture?
That's a good
Yeah.
question.
No, but hold on.
Yeah.
Victor also said that it's the fans' fault, which I don't agree with that. It's like, why do you blame the fans for what the owners are making the wrong decisions? The owners shouldn't just listen to everything the fans are saying. You know, they're going to be emotional, so you have to do what actually is the right decision, not just follow whatever the fans think.
To be honest, like I was about to say, look at the guy who left Chelsea, Roman Abramovich. Let's be real. Like Chelsea fans were going crazy when Lampard got sacked. Let's be real. Chelsea fans did not want Lampard to be sacked. Lampard being sacked was a ballsy move by
and which is why Bram is one of the best owners out there, because again, I don't mean to be rude, but there are a lot of fans that are stupid.
Yeah.
Like they're boneheads, and I speak for the Chelsea fan base. Like I said, that's why don't lump it in with the Chelsea fan base in general. There are Chelsea fans who are stupid. So
100%.
don't think I'm part of this whole fan. Hey, Chelsea fans all together. No. I am with the Chelsea who are smart, who can be objective, and they're not tribalistic, and who have footballing sense. I'm not with the cheerleading, pom waving boneheads.
Shout out to Rory though, but the guy was crying. But he made me cry. So
good. Fire ZZC. HH, take Yakubu to the World Cup for redemption. Okay, and you were talking about taking Jan to the World Cup. You know what? I won't comment on that, bro. I won't comment on that. All right. Eric, is your mic working there, bro?
I think so.
Okay. Eric, I don't understand people. So, Eric, do you know the saying, beggars can't be choosers? You understand that saying?
Yeah.
So, Chelsea need a finisher.
Mm-hmm.
Lewandowski is spoken for. Kane is spoken for. Benzema is spoken for. Immobile is a Serie merchant. What other finisher is out there that Chelsea can feasibly get apart from Aubameyang?
Well, feasibly, there's only one. I don't think there's anyone else. Aubameyang is the guy, so
there's no one else.
It
Vlahovic
has
is already spoken for.
No, that's not true, guys. That's a lie. That's a massive lie.
Yes. How is that a lie?
Guys, Casemiro just showed you, if you're willing to actually pay the big money, you can get a quality striker. Let's be real out here. Like no one.
You have to name some names, man.
Victor Osimhen. What is that guy that plays for?
No. And
why not?
And yes, these are two Nigerians saying no. Okay, so
what about that?
We have seniority over you in
Jonathan,
Osimhen.
was it Jonathan Davis? Is it
Jonathan David?
What is the other player that played? There's even for cheap money. That plays for by Leverkusen. Like, come on, guys.
So you're saying that we go for Jonathan David over Aubameyang, who we know has been clinical in Germany, in England, and in Spain, for Dortmund, Arsenal, and for Barcelona. So you think that it would be wiser to go in for Jonathan David than Aubameyang?
Listen, I don't know if Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is watching this channel. Shout out to you, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. You're one of my favorite players. You know, even though you play for Arsenal, man, I'm a big fan. In today, guys, Aubameyang just is not it for a big club like Chelsea Football Club. He's just simply not
Jonathan David is the guy.
He's younger. He's done well for Canada. He's done well for Lille. I mean, guys, you guys actually Chelsea. This is the problem. Chelsea. Eventually, you will need to get a striker.
Can I
this notion of like cutting corners.
Wait,
It's not working.
let Eric. So Eric,
Yeah.
from
Go
your
ahead,
point
Eric,
of
my bad.
view,
Okay,
Aubameyang, where is he headed? Because Eric, my point is, beggars can't be choosers. Chelsea cannot even think about competing with Man City, with relying on Sterling, Havertz, and Mount to finish chances. That can't happen. So what you need is a clinical finisher. Aubameyang isn't as good as Benzema or Kane or Lewandowski, but Aubameyang compared to Sterling, Havertz, and Mount is far better. So Eric, I'm sorry, this makes sense. And I'm so sorry. Let's not start coming about 30 mil. Pay the 30 mil.
For me, I don't get it, man. Just we've already had to pay for overplay for one or two players, so it doesn't make sense to start haggling over 10 million euros or pounds, whatever it is. Just pay the money. He's quality. He's still a really good striker. He will help us a lot. He's worked with Tuchel before. It makes sense. He's not too old. I don't think he's too old at all. Most of the best strikers are, even older than him. So for me, it makes sense for many reasons. And as long as we can get the wages at the right price and we can agree personal terms, I think we should really try to get him.
What I heard is that personal terms is not an issue. So the only issue is the fee with Barcelona. So
I don't know what Fabrizio is saying when he says they agreed, and then he says they're almost agreed. I don't know if
personal terms are agreed.
Personal terms are agreed.
Okay. Hopefully, okay. So if they agree, that's fine. Then just get the player over the line. For me, I want to see what Tuchel can do with our attack, because it's been a huge thing for me, and people have criticized him a lot. Oh, you're not getting the best out of our attackers. They haven't improved at all. But then it's not like Tuchel is the first manager to coach these guys. There have been one or two other guys before. So it gets to a point where you say, is it the manager, is it the coach, or is it the players? For me, Tuchel can coach an attack. He did it a few times before. People may have forgotten. Dortmund were good in the attack. PSG, yes, I know you had Neymar, you had Mbappe, but they were still doing they were doing their thing, weren't they? So this idea that Tuchel can't coach an attack and people don't know how to play and score goals under Tuchel, for me, it's not correct. I don't think you need the perfect striker for Tuchel, to get the best out of Tuchel's system. I don't think the perfect striker exists. So I really want to get Aubameyang just to, squash that whole narrative with Tuchel. And hopefully we can do that.
It's true, because remember, Tuchel achieved dud by winning a UCL with Timo Werner. That is dud. Like, he won the UCL without an actual striker. So how he did that was a freaking miracle, bro. So Osuna, talk to me, man. Aubameyang to Chelsea. It makes sense. Osuna, it makes sense. Osuna, we need a striker. We just need a finisher, bro.
Absolutely. He would be a okay signing. I still think it would be. I've seen this guy's finishing. As soon as he comes to the bridge in his first game, he's gonna miss a chance. You're gonna have Timo Werner flashbacks again. It's gonna be bad. But he'll score a couple more goals than Timo Werner. But he'll miss pretty much just a chance. The guy misses a lot of chances.
Compare him to freaking Sterling and Havertz. Okay, it ain't great, but beggars can't be choosers. He's better than what we have now.
Perhaps. I think you guys should have gone for Luke with 2 U's when he was available, but unfortunately we have the best striker the second best striker in Europe after Benzema. He's going to lead us to the Champions League. What do you mean? Quality striker, man. Did you not see his last-minute goal against Monaco? So he's a top-class striker. So
also on Chelsea are not announcing Luke with 2 U's as a main striker.
But then HH, you're such a nostalgic merchant, HH. It's like right now you will get Hazard, you will get Aubameyang, you probably get back Giroud, you'll probably get back Oscar, really, and Pedro. If Fabregas was still playing, you'll probably want to get him back too. You're such a nostalgic merchant.
What about getting Griezmann? Get Griezmann to play for.
But, exactly. Griezmann would be a good play for you. Absolutely wonderful play for you.
No, the reality is Chelsea are screwed either way with the striker, because the only man who knows how to get a striker for that club is Jose Mourinho. The only man.
That's true.
The only people the only people that know how to use strikers in Chelsea are Mourinho and Ancelotti. They were the
And-
only
and
people that
Conte,
actually
on
knew how to
Conte.
use or buy strikers.
Okay, so
Mourinho
real quick,
is the
so-
only one that bought Chelsea's successful strikers. He bought both Costa and Drogba.
Wait, okay, so but before Vator leaves, I think Vator has to bounce. So Vator, talk to me. Honestly speaking, I've put it down here. Aubameyang, it's his beggars can't be if he chooses. Because who else is there? So based on where Chelsea find themselves are in the transfer markets, the deal makes sense. We need a finisher. Vator,
Yeah.
he is, and he can be a good finisher. He can be also a brick, but we've seen him be a clinical finisher, and we've seen him finish top of the Premier League scoring charts.
I think you guys need to look at it from a different angle. Everyone on this panel, you all look like ladies' man. You all look like you've been out there in the field doing your thing. Think of this situation. You're with your lady. She happens to see her ex. Her ex happens to be with another good-looking girl, starting to catch feelings. She starts acting up. She's doing more for you. You know what I mean? She's kind of being a little more extra and affectionate and that quality girl that you want. Motivation, the mentality to do more. Aubameyang coming to Chelsea, knowing what just happened on that all or nothing, he's going to be motivated. The man's going to be motivated to actually write the brand of who he is. I think you're missing a trick here. I think the mentality of him coming back is an opportunity. I'm not saying it's long term, but if this is a stopgap, if this is someone that can fit, because again, I've said this before, you guys don't need someone that's going to be all over the pitch. You need someone centralized that's going to take advantage of what you have on the wing, take advantage of who supplies with Reece James and Sterling. You need someone like that. I think he can serve that role. And I definitely think that the motivation to want to show everyone that's been talking bad about me is going to serve him really well. And I like, HH, you seem like the type, I think as you get older in life, you seem like the type that has a love for restoration. You know, if there's an old Chevy, you'd probably restore it to look mint. If there's some furniture out there, you'd get it of quality. You have that mentality. You see quality in something that may be a little off. That's Aubameyang. That's all I got to say.
True words have never been spoken, man. True words have never been spoken, man. Yes, do you second that?
You know, like I said before, Aubameyang, I have a special. Yeah, like I like Aubameyang. Like the certain players I just generally like. Like Aubameyang is one of those players I've always liked. But for me, I just don't. For me, it's like it's very, because like okay, Aubameyang has never been, in my general opinion, the quote unquote the ideal center forward for any side, in my general opinion. Even when he was begging God for what you call it, Bruce Dortmund and then Arsenal. For me, it's like hold up play, you know, the guy that will, you know, towering headers, all that stuff. He's just not that guy. And you think that like what you call it, Chelsea, that's the type of striker they're looking for, a central striker. And for me, I don't see him doing that.
That's not what we're looking for. That's not what we're looking for.
But I mean, okay, fine. But generally, that's what a lot of people said. You guys looking for someone that can hold up play, someone that can play strictly down the middle, a penalty box type of striker. But then it's like, okay, if you say that's not what you're looking for, then okay. Then I would change my tune about Aubameyang, because Aubameyang is not that type of striker. Aubameyang, ideally, you see him coming off the left, coming off the right, getting in behind. You know, he's not, you know, he can finish. So he is that type of striker. So if you're looking for that type of striker, then yes, you're on the money. Like Aubameyang can do that, but it's just like I can see Chelsea having the same
yes,
problem.
Like, what else do Chelsea do? Because Chelsea have to find they have to get a striker. That is a must. They have to have a finisher. So if not Aubameyang, then who?
I will always say this. I understand what you're saying, and I'll always say this. Tuchel will live and die by the sword of one man. One man. That decision, the whole in terms of management of one player, and that's for me is a player that that left, Romelu Lukaku. Ideally, Romelu Lukaku was that dude for
And
you guys.
yes, it was very briefly. That's a yellow card, non-stop content. Man.
So no, from for me that so you guys had this guy and he didn't know how to coach him. So it's going to be interesting to see how he manages Aubameyang at 33 or Aubameyang. Different
no,
version.
but yes, sir, you're missing something very obvious. He's worked with Aubameyang. He has a relationship with Aubameyang. He had a relationship with Lukaku. And as we well know, Tuchel didn't want Lukaku. That was just like a panic buy. Oh, okay. But this is where, I actually have history with him. I actually know him. Lukaku was forced upon Tuchel, and he had no history with him.
Let's be real. We'll all agree here that we've watched Thomas Tuchel as a manager. His Borussia Dortmund team, his PSG team, and now his Chelsea team are different, HH. The way he's playing...
They're different players.
No, that's what I'm saying. So the thing is like, it's one thing to say, okay, he worked with them, but it's another thing to say, okay, does Aubameyang fit this team? And we had to wait and see. So for me, I'm like iffy about it, 50-50, you know.
Blancos, why saying, brother? I'll come to the Dubes, man.
Just first question actually, and this is to Eric and Have Hope.
Yes.
If Aubameyang does come to Chelsea, will you guys, like, in your kind of post-match reactions, or maybe anytime he scores, like, will you guys say, Obama blood cut, Yang? Will that come out of your mouth, guys? By any chance?
Obama who? Obama what?
As in a duel, you know. Obama blood cut.
Eric, you don't have to answer that. Blancos continue. I'm not justifying that crap with an answer.
If he scores what happens if he scores a hat-trick against Arsenal?
Blancos, I'm not justifying that crap with an answer.
If he scores a hat-trick against Arsenal,
if he scores, well done, do it again. Do it again.
You know what I want him to do though? I want him if he's. I hope he does this. I guess the Emirates when he scores, he does the Adebayor. He just runs. He runs to the Emirates. Bro,
that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. But you know why he wouldn't do that though? The Arsenal fans, they personally went against Adebayor. Yeah. Arsenal fans they never turned on him. It's solely between Aubameyang and Arteta.
And then he's gonna run to Arteta.
Now that would be funny. Now, if he does it to that would be hilarious. Because Drogba did it to Benitez. Remember in the UCL game when Drogba did the knee slide in front of the Benitez? That was hilarious. But Blancos, continue.
Yeah, so I mean, Chelsea do need a striker, and apparently they want Cristiano Ronaldo. So there aren't really a lot of options, quite frankly. So Aubameyang, I guess makes sense.
Eric, would you take Aubameyang over Cristiano?
It's not. I would take Aubameyang over. I mean, it's not even a choice between them, to be honest. And yeah, if he scores on his debut, I'm gonna give him a nickname. Call him the Young or something.
I mean, you're on camera right now. You're on record. Are you saying you will take Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang?
Yes, I want Aubameyang. I don't want.
The only thing I would say, and that I'm questioning, is that like, it's just where Aubameyang's headspace is, because the way obviously he left Arsenal is last year with how he performs and his attitude wasn't great, and he goes to Barcelona, and it's like, right, okay, now he wants to move to Chelsea. So I'm like, wait, hang on a minute, like, I don't know, there's just something's a bit off about the whole situation. That like this guy's basically played for 3 different clubs in the matter of only 2 years. Like that tells me that there's something not quite right, or there's an unsettling thing there. So that's my only risk. I'm not saying it looks on paper like a good deal, and Chelsea need a striker. Fair enough, but my concern is that he comes to Chelsea because no doubt he's going to be on higher wages than he was. Well, maybe not higher, but maybe slightly less than he was at Arsenal. He's not going to be paid bucket loads, but like he's not going to be a pauper. My only concern is just that is this the Aubameyang? Because like let's be real, Aubameyang didn't light Barcelona on fire. He wasn't great in his last season at Arsenal. Is this a guy that's really going to come into Chelsea and really kind of say like what's up, or is he going to be like, oh hey yeah, I'm back in London again. Like I miss London. I'm back in Arsenal. I'm gonna enjoy the party. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna play.
See, of course that's a risk, but Chelsea are in a position where look, I wanted Lewandowski from time. I wanted Benzema. I still wanted Nene. They didn't happen. What do Chelsea do? Do you not go for Aubameyang because we don't know what we do, or do you because you have to take the risk and take the gamble.
Don't you have
If it
that
doesn't work
Broja-
out,
don't you have that
fine.
Broja guy? What about Broja? Isn't he?
Broja is still there. Don't worry about Broja. He's fine.
Okay,
Look,
you know what?
Aubameyang is a short-term, sensible signing. You know, it
Very
makes a lot of
sensible
sense. So
in the short term, because look, this is not going to be like the long term be all and end all, but you're coming into towards the end of the transfer window. You're coming into the season. We saw what Havertz and Sterling did against Tottenham, who are big reasons why Chelsea did actually blow away Tottenham. Bro, you need a finisher and deal with whatever comes with afterwards. But 100% you need it.
Yeah, I guess it's both. I just don't overpay. It's because it's clear that.
By the way, this is ibuprofen. This is a
Yes, yeah,
painkiller.
yes,
And
don't
this is
promote
for my
drugs on
headache
this
that Eric gave me just now is for that.
Yes,
you
you
know,
don't promote drugs on the stream, man. So what's the call? Shout out to your boy, Crispy Rice. Oba missed about 10 sitters before we let him go. But he then scored 11 goals in 13 games when he moved to Barcelona. So maybe your club was the issue. That's what I'm saying, bro. Shout out to your boy, Jat107. HH, will you be watching Kamaru Usman at UFC? It will be super late where I am, but if I'm still awake, yeah, I will. Sure, I will, bro. Clayton Cruz, I miss Ole's Juju and White Magic. The streets are saying that Ole would have done better with his team. That's what the streets are saying.
I mean,
All right. Last thing before we get the hell out of here, man. What's it called? Yassir.
what do you
Where
do?
does Ronaldo end up, bro?
I mean,
Or is he stuck at Europa? Last I heard was Dortmund.
but here's the thing, though. There's fans like Eric that will take.
what?
I mean, anyways, what was
The
your
hell?
question, HH? Like, I still haven't got over Eric's comment. Eric literally said he will take Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang
He's
over
old.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Your guy's old. What can I say?
He,
Yes,
he
yeah,
scored
he's
18
37.
goals last season. What
He's
Okay.
30. I know, but he's 37 now. Yassir, where does
HH,
Chris end up?
I wanted these streams. You guys, my blood pressure, HH. I think I need a blood
Good.
pressure before I get on the street. 'cause-
Yassir, where does Chris end up? Where does Chris end up?
I mean, Chelsea would be nice, HH.
We're getting
Reece James.
Aubameyang. Chelsea's off the
James.
list. We're getting Aubameyang.
You saw that ball that Reece James, the unbelievable ball that Reece James gave to Havertz, and we have to speak on Reece James. This guy is amazing. HH.
Yassir,
The guy's
where does
amazing.
Cristiano Ronaldo end up?
I think he stays. I think
Will
that's what it is.
will he be happy if he stays? Will he be happy?
I mean, he got Cass with him. Cass, Varane. So, I mean,
Look, bro, it's
I mean-
the old body. Look, see, you have the Real Madrid UCL winning Spider-Man, so you should be happy for that, bro. Okay, so basically, so after all that, he stays.
HH, and also bro, you don't know one player I would love to get, Keylor Navas. Bring him in. Bring Keylor Navas in. So we'll have Keylor Navas, Varane, Casemiro, and Ronaldo.
You see, yes, and now you're now buying into Disney Plus. So you believe that because you're getting the guys who won this UCL, you're now getting them at United, they're not going to now produce
No,
what's
no, HH. It's not even that. It's just like just to make sure he's comfortable, you know.
He's happy.
Ronaldo, you know, I mean, I understand, you know, going to Kazakhstan or going to Kazakhstan and going to I don't know, Albania, Siberia.
Nepal.
I know it's gonna be painful, but when you got your boys with you, you know. So I mean, you know, what I mean, it is what it is.
So Blancos, Chris, he stays. Sequeira.
Oh yeah, he'll stay. That's where else would he? I mean, maybe even this Casemiro signing for United is possibly a pacifier to the whole situation because there's like he can't go anywhere. There's no club that are like.
I had no Blancos. I was hearing Dortmund. See, Sporting Lisbon makes sense though.
Well, I'm interested to see what this interview is going to be in 2 weeks' time because this whole thing I'm going to reveal the truth, etc. So because I don't think he's completely wrong. I do think there are a lot of stories. That's why I only go by Fabrizio, obviously. So, but I do think there are a lot of stories that are garbage. That are just like, oh, this is clickbait. This is because Ronaldo. At the end of the day, whatever is Ronaldo, he is one of the biggest footballers in the world, and people will use Ronaldo's name to generate stories, add revenue, etc., etc. That's just how the media is, you know. So it is what it is, you know. Like it's funny because the people take the piss out of him, but the Premier League, and obviously United, etc. Like the amount of money that they get from the advertising thing of the Ronaldo brand is probably substantial.
Oh,
you know,
it's huge.
as the Europa League will be, you know. So no, I don't think that he's going. I can't see. I mean, to be honest, the only real place that I can see him going is if in a few days before the transfer window that Chelsea are basically desperate. That's literally the only thing.
No, Blancos.
That's the only
We
thing.
are getting Aubameyang. Okay,
Yeah,
we're getting Aubameyang.
If Aubameyang and Fofana fall through because Barcelona and Leicester City want to be mugs, then you know what? Ronaldo and Maguire, here we go. 2 weeks.
Imagine he lands. It's like, yes, I left Maguire. I left Man United. And Maguire said,
And then Maguire just behind him or so, right? Hey,
Ronaldo and Maguire. Here we go. 2 days.
I think he was like,
In the airport. What's up, Cristiano? How you doing?
No, but it's
See,
just like
mate.
no. If Fabrizio tweets, "Here we go," Cristiano and Maguire to Chelsea, I think that's when I'll unfollow from Fabrizio. I'll follow Fabrizio and I'll shut down the option.
I think I'm going on loan then. I think the loan is complete then.
Okay, so Eric, talk to me, man. Chris, he stays, man. Sequeira.
Yeah, your idol, Chris is he's stuck. Unless United terminates his contracts, I think he's.
No, say Eric. A form of Dodd is winning Europa League for United. That's a form of Dodd.
Yeah,
so he should
100%.
motivate himself for
Yeah, I told you before. Look, the king needs to win his crown. That Europa League crown is missing. So
Yes.
once he gets that, then he will be the GOAT officially. So
No, but you know what they said though, that if he had joined Dortmund, then he'd have the ability to be the only player in history to win a league in like Italy, Spain, England, Germany.
no, he can't win. He can't win with Dortmund, man. Dortmund have this thing with there's something wrong with that club.
That's actual
don't-
joy.
They can't. No, there's nothing
But
they can
Eric,
do
it's
to win that. They can't overtake Bayern. This is not going to work. So
that's
it is what it
beyond
is.
that. That's like what is the term that HH used? That's like
Joy.
supernatural intervention. What is it?
Divine intervention.
Divine intervention. Yeah,
So it is God.
it's beyond that. It's beyond that.
But do you buy this whole he's going to destabilize the squad, he's a bad egg, he sulks, he eats by himself, he peels people's earlobes, all that kind of stuff?
What?
Well, we said a lot of things, so I'm just gonna move on from that. Look, he was always gonna disrupt the squad because he makes it about himself. You know, he's a star. It's all about him. You have to pass him the ball. So that was always gonna happen with the signing, whether he wants to stay or not. But you know, having a player who doesn't want to stay doesn't help. You know, if your star player, your number one most important player, doesn't want to be at the club, probably not a good look. Lukaku wasn't number one. So look, it is what it is. I don't know what Yasser is talking about.
No, like
Yeah, 100 million pounds, right? I mean,
Yes, you're talking trash.
100 million. World
So now, what are you saying, man? Chris,
Club
man.
record.
United, man.
Club record.
So that's why after all that, with that Brown and leave, everyone really rejected him. Everyone rejected him, man, and he's now stuck at United.
Is that true though? Isn't that the lies
I
he's
think
talking about?
somebody eventually is going to have. I think there is something lined up because he wouldn't have said what he said about saying the thing about the lies, and he's going to go on interview and everything if he wasn't having. Excuse me, something
Whoa, you good?
guaranteed.
Are you good?
Yeah, and so I think that he's not staying at United. I think that's not happening.
Oh, so you
I don't
actually
know where
think
he
he's going to leave this window?
I think he does. I think otherwise he wouldn't say what he said. There's no way that he says what he said and then will go on interview and say the things that he's going to say about United without leaving the club. It would be scenes if he is staying at the club and then is going to say those things. That would be so funny, and I would love for it to happen. But unfortunately, I don't think that that's going to happen. I think that he already has
but
something
my thing is that
guaranteed.
it's going to be a case of I want to change the narrative of how I'm being perceived. This bad egg, this things like that, and say, well, no, look,
Well,
I'm
here's the
not
thing.
this
I don't
bad
think
egg and
that
so forth.
Dortmund actually rejected him. If you look at what Fabrizio said, he said that
there are no negotiations between the two clubs or between the two parties. So I don't know if they were actually even approached by Cristiano. So in reality, this could just be another thing that's been made up, and this, he's not actually getting rejected.
I wonder who's made up.
I don't know what's going on.
I wonder who made it up.
We will see. Everything that's coming out now is just a complete mess. Everything is going crazy, and in reality, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens with him. I don't think he's staying.
Are you making up these rumors that he's being rejected by a lot of?
Why would I make up rumors about
Cristiano? Man, it's
hold on, no. So shout out to your boy Mo. 11 goals in 13 games, good deal. This was Aubameyang's record at Barcelona, so I don't know what crap people are talking about. Don't give me his Arsenal
16
record. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's still a damn good. It's still a damn good record for a short period of time at Barcelona. Alps, Glazers pulling the wool for 10 years in a row, bro, and the win again. Getting Casemiro, it's a nice smoke screen, bro. QC8, someone saved CR7. Celtic, Brugge,
PSV,
Sporting. Would you take him at PSV?
Yes. We have Luke with 2 U's and Cristiano. We're going to feast. Put crosses into the box all day, and it's going to be plus 100
boy.
100 points in the Eredivisie.
Oh, so we're coming for your boy, Cody Gakpo, whatever his name is.
Exactly. Swap deal with Gakpo and Cristiano.
You don't rate him?
Guys, look. Let me.
No. But you guys clearly want him, so hey, we can just do a swap.
Look, man, it's time to boom bye. Guys, shout out to your boy Side. Shout out to your boy Osuna, your boy Los Blancos Studio. We pray that tomorrow I don't wake up and I hear a here we go of Maguire and so forth. I pray to the Lord, because if that happens, meltdown shall begin.
Things are happening.
By the way, shout out to Uncle Paris, man. He did a favor for us.
We'll wait and see. Peace out, stay true, and remember, guys, most importantly, stay black. Stay black.